My name is Dr. Austin Cohen, and I'm a recent graduate at Life University, and it's great to be back at Life University. I had the privilege and honor of going to lunch with Dr. Harris at Folks as well, and the principles that he taught me and bestowed upon me are things that I now carry with me through practice. And I don't have enough time to share everything he taught me within that hour and a half we spent together, but there is one that I want to share with all of you. And he taught me that as chiropractors, we're so blessed that if we serve humanity at the highest level possible, that we can really travel wherever we want to go. We can live in a house that any family would and dream of having. But the key behind all of it is making sure you give back. And that was something he bestowed upon me. And as a young chiropractor, we don't have a lot of money. But my passion and burning desire to distribute chiropractic amongst my community and amongst my city is powerful. And no one can touch that. And once a month I go down, and what I decided to do is giving back is once a month I'll go down to the shelter, homeless shelter in downtown Atlanta. And I'll adjust every single person that are set up on these programs. They get set up on a 6-month or a 12-month program to get rid of the drug addictions that they had, the alcohol abuse that they did, the past behavioral habits that they had, and to get rid of all those things so they can become a positive influence back on society. And so I go down there because it's so congruent with chiropractic. The whole 6-month and 12-month, their goal is to end homelessness. Our goal isn't just to adjust someone one time and get them out of pain, but our goal is to give them lifetime family care. And that's what they're doing there, and that's why it was so congruent with me. And on my first visit, January 1st, 2010, going down to the shelter, I had 2 objectives. And one, it was to inspire these people to live a life they've always dreamed of living. And not be inhibited and limited by past experiences, but they're only limited to the vision of which they see for themselves. And my second objective was to get down there and give them a form of true health care, which they never receive, which is removing the subluxations, letting their body experience as close to 100% as life as possible. And when I showed up to this shelter on that first visit, I didn't know what to expect. One of the things that Dr. Harris taught me is that we've all been given a gift, and we need to give that gift to as many people as possible that aren't as fortunate to have it otherwise. And I went down there with just giving as much as I could possibly give, because when you pull up to this place, it's seen rough times. It's had a difficult past. You expect to find people who are pessimistic, broken down, beaten down, but they were none of those things. They had a strong spirit without the constraints from the past. And I didn't know if I was going to adjust one person or 100 people that day. All I knew is that I was there to serve humanity at the highest level possible. And when we walked through the door, one of the guys gave us a tour of the place first. We walked through the upstairs, this narrow hallway. And if you've ever been to the Atlanta Union Mission, you look down, there's hundreds of people there. These are the people that come in for the night, they have a place to stay, and they get food for the night. That's it. They can join the 6-month or 12-month program, but it's really up to them to choose to do it. And it doesn't cost them anything, it's just their choice. So those men are down there, and then when we look straight ahead, there's this beautiful glass room, nice chairs, nice tables, and they're having a smoking cessation class. And then as we peek around the corner, there's our room, which is about 12 foot wide, 24 feet long. That's where we were going to be set up at. Really narrow, small room. We set up 2 chiropractic tables. We huddled up right when we got in the room. There was only 2 people in the room. That was it when we first got there. We huddled up. We got in the right frame of mind. We got in, talking about how we're not going to leave anything behind. We're going to give these people everything we've got. And when we were in there, after we adjusted these 2 people, we saw about 15 to 20 people in the doorways curious about what was going on. They had no idea. They didn't know anything about chiropractic. They're used to people coming in there giving blood pressure screenings, cholesterol screenings. They didn't know what to expect. So for anyone here who knows my good friend, Dr. Matt Westheimer, he grabbed every single person that was behind the door, dragged him in the room, and gave him a 15-minute lay lecture on what chiropractic was. And after that, we adjusted 40 people in an hour at the shelter. It was powerful. It was one of the greatest experiences I had. And the one true memory that I take from that, though, is when I left the shelter. One of the gentlemen, his name was Dwayne, he pulled me down aside as we were leaving, and there was no one else around, and he said, "Thank you. No one has ever come here, and in my whole life, given me any true form of health care. My whole life, they've only given me drugs, they've given me surgeries, they've tried to vaccinate me, they've given me all these screenings, but no one's ever given me health. And by you guys being down here, I can't tell you how much that means to me and the rest of the group." And I was in tears after that, just like anyone else would probably be after an experience when you go through that. And Dwayne is just no different, and the other guys are no different than the people that some of the doctors see in the clinic, or students that you'll see in your clinics as well. These people are being bombarded by the drug companies, they're being bombarded by the vaccines, they're getting blood pressure and cholesterol screenings, which we know aren't true health care, It's usually just the detection of a disease that's been running rampant in the body, but it's not a true form of healthcare. And tomorrow night I get to go back to that shelter and adjust again because I go once a month. And I don't know if I'll adjust one person or 100 people, but what I do know is that when I hold the right intentions and with a combination of determination and hard work, the unlimited potentials that are going to be released from these people and true miracles are going to happen from that. And Dr. Harris instilled this whole power of giving upon me, and hopefully you can take something away from my story. And thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.